Alright, we back with day 2. I'm currently eating, so yes, y'all hear me munching in the back. That's what I'm doing. So, today's arm day was good. Like, we warmed up right here. As y'all can tell, we warming up right now with some light, just 15 pounds. And we worked our way up. We went 15, 20, 25, 30. And then we went just straight up to 37.5. 37.5 is a new weight that we tried today. And we got 2 reps with it. So that already tells me that I'm super close to the 40s. So I'm going to just keep grinding the 37.5s until I can rep it out for a little bit. Then I'm going to PR the 40s most likely. But yeah, this session was overall just great. It was pretty, in my opinion, I loved it, right? And we progressed so much. So I'm so glad about that part. And we did some dumbbell shoulder press. And y'all gonna see the lifts that we do. It was just a very good lift, right? I could have went to the gym today. Honestly, I do love training at the home gym. I'm kind of I'm gaining a lot of love for it now. At first I was damn, I would rather go to the gym. But now, that I'm training at home, I'm do I really want to wait 30 minutes to get to the gym when I could just carb up and then my carbs will be ready for this lift? There's no point, right? So I do kind of training at the home gym a little more. But soon, I might have a leg day tomorrow at the gym. I don't know, maybe we'll see. If I don't end up having a leg day tomorrow, then we're just gonna do it at home, obviously, right? And these are the 37.5s. Form was not the best, but it wasn't ass. So the form was, honestly, I think it was alright. It was not bad. I had to cut out the clip because the reps were literally so long, and this video is already 20 minutes long. I had to cut out so many clips in this video because this video is literally long as hell. But that's good anyway, so I can talk to y'all more about lifting and how to help yourself become a better person, and overall just have better discipline, inspiring yourself and motivating yourself in the right times. Because I remember that's something that I really did struggle with, is motivating myself. When you realize that nobody's there to come hold your hand and pick you up from that hole, right? So if you ever find yourself in that dark hole, in that deep hole, you got to do whatever it takes to get out, right? You have to do whatever it takes. Because if you just sit around in that hole and you expect somebody to reach over to you and grab your hand and pull you up, that's not gonna happen. No, that's not how life works, because life is gonna be that hole for you. Life is that hole, right? So if you don't find something that makes you happy, that you're consistent with, and is beneficial to you, right? I feel everybody should find that. And for me, that was lifting. I really feel this is what I was meant to do. I really feel this is what I'm meant to do, right? Because I'm out here expressing myself and I'm posting videos about my lifts. I'm staying consistent with my lifts, right? Because when I tell y'all, posting actually helped me so much with lifting in general, because it's now if I'm not consistent, I'm literally holding myself accountable now. Because I'm not saying that I got people that watch my videos every day, but I'm not saying I got people that wait for my videos to drop every day. But it gives me a sense of if I don't post this video, I can get views and I can get likes and comments, and I can spread knowledge, right? And I can spread knowledge about what I know about lifting, and I like that. I like being able to express what I like doing, right? And why not give information on how to lift better, how to lift effectively, and how to lift with just passion. So that's what I like doing. Everybody's not the same. Nobody's gonna like what you do all the time, right? But that's exactly why I made this channel. I made this channel to hold myself accountable and also spread knowledge. Because if you would have seen me 2 months ago, you would see that I'm not consistent. I don't stick to a program. I don't stick to a split. I switch my reps, my sets around every single day. And it was just overall just not consistent at all. But now I'm truly locked in. Like I'm gonna be locked in for a while, right? Unless something happens to me, right? Obviously, you can't, expect everything to go perfectly. Obviously, there's gonna be obstacles in life that you're gonna have to overcome, right? And I don't know where I'm gonna be 5 years from now. I don't know where I'm gonna be a year from now. I don't know where I'm gonna be a couple months from now, right? Nobody does. So my point is just make the best out of it and live your life to the fullest and find what you like doing. And I feel like everybody should express themselves, whether it's just, if you're not like a social media person, you don't like posting on social media, that's fine, right? Also here, I just want to go over this real quick and then I'll get back to what I was talking about. I did 40-pound hammer curls. It wasn't the best form, but I really feel like this will help my strength to go up a lot more, right? Like, I genuinely feel like my strength is going to skyrocket from these hammer curls. Like, it wasn't full range of motion squeeze at the top type, right? And, like, controlled eccentric. But I feel like this will definitely help my curl more because I'm going to start hammer curling more for sure. And these, I just moved on to the 35s. And then after this set, I went to the 25s. So, back to what I was saying. If you're not a social media person and, like, if you're not a social media person, you don't like expressing what you do, that's completely fine, right? As long as you're happy, as long as you love what you do, as long as you want to see the results that you're getting, right? As long as all that happens, you're completely fine. Like, you are literally picture perfect, right? In your eyes, at least, right? You're not going to be picture perfect to everybody else. But lifting, it has helped me post on YouTube and post on social media to hold myself accountable, to stay consistent with my lifts, to see my progress. Because honestly, it's helped me not log my workouts as much. Now that I'm posting, I can just go back to my video and watch it and see the weight I did and see how many reps I did, right? So it's so much easier. I don't have to go on my camera and see how many reps I did last time. I don't have to go to my notes and I can check that. No, I don't, right? Because now it's a mandatory thing for me to lift, like, and stay consistent. It's mandatory now, right? There's no going back now. I'm not going back. I've already posted like 15 YouTube videos and like multiple shorts, and I've spread already so much knowledge that I know about lifting. And I'm not the strongest or biggest individual out there, but once you give me some time, if you give me some time, because I've only just been doing this for a month and a half, and just look at the progress I've been making, right? You can't deny that, right? Nobody can deny that, right? People can say that you're small, people can say that you're not strong, but if you were consistent for a month and a half, look at yourself now than what you were a month and a half ago, right? Am I wrong or right? Because if you look at the difference, it's gonna be drastic. Right, it's gonna be drastic, especially if your split is good, you're training efficiently, you're training hard, you're eating right, you're recovering good. So, literally, if you made, like, in a month and a half, I've gained like 15 pounds on my curl, right? Because I was curling like 25 pounds like 2 months ago, right? 25 pounds. And, dumbbell curls are they're one of the hardest exercises to, progress on. Especially like lateral raises too. Lateral raises hard. Dumbbell bicep curls. Like anything really free weight that's not like a big compound movement, but it's more of an isolation. It's literally going to be hard to progress on, right? Like lateral raises. Like lateral raises like one of the hardest movements out there for sure. Like here, I just went till I literally could not move the weight, bro. And this absolutely fried my delts. That's what I'm gonna start doing too for lateral raises more. I'm gonna just keep going till I literally cannot move my shoulder up. So we just gonna keep doing this, and we're gonna see the progress. Y'all are gonna see the progress, and it's on through these YouTube videos. I'm gonna see the progress I'm gonna make in a couple months, and by summer, like, oh my, I could just imagine. Like, I honestly, I can't imagine it. I can't. I just know the numbers and the physique is gonna change so drastically. It's gonna be indescribable. Like, I'm not gonna be able to describe it to people. Like people are gonna ask me how I looked and how strong I was a few months ago, and probably think I was lifting for years. But no, in general, I stayed consistent. I focused on one program, right? My program. And I trained as hard as possible with no reps in reserve, right? I recovered hard. I ate, right? I carved up before every single workout, right? I've had my bad lifts. I've had my good lifts, right? That's what you need to expect. Honestly, what I think, bad lifts build character, right? Because you're never going to have good lifts forever. You're always going to have that one bad lift that gets in your head, and it's going to absolutely just destroy you in the moment. Because I've had lifts like that. I've had lifts where I go in the gym and I get less reps than I did last time, and it completely bums me out. But then you have to also remind yourself, am I going to let this little exercise right here determine how good I do on my other exercises, or determine how the rest of this day is going to go, how the rest of this lift is going to go? No, right? You're going to be bummed out in the moment, and you're going to be, down in the moment, unmotivated. But if you can bring yourself back up from that, then that's what builds character. That is literally character development. You are developing in that moment, right? If you are able to tell yourself that and do that in the moment, you'll be fine. Your lift is gonna go great. If you just have the right mindset about it, any lift can be good, right? Any lift can be good. Because me personally, I like when I have a bad lift, usually my strength will decrease. That's what I would call one of my bad lifts, right? And that's if my strength decreases or my reps decrease, right? Or if my strength is just not fully there. I wouldn't call, what I started looking at it is like, even if my reps decrease or anything like that decreases, okay, yes, this is a bad lift, right? This is like a bad lift in terms of strength. But if I look at it as like, I can still train as hard as possible, and because I love the pain, like when I lift, I love it, right? Like, that's why I train to failure. Like, I love lifting till I literally cannot pick up the weight no more, or pull the weight or push the weight. Like, I just love it. I can't train without it. So I had to, I literally have to, right? I don't care if it fatigue maxes. Like, it's literally only a little bit of fatigue, right? This is the way I enjoy training, right? Obviously, yes, I'm going to be smart about how I train, right? But I'm also going to be smart about my training and do something I enjoy. Because failure has its pros and cons, right? Like if you go 1 rear or 0 rear, right? Like reps in reserve, if y'all don't know what that means. Yes, you're accumulating less fatigue if you do like 0 rear and 1 rear than failure. Because failure is, you're just fatiguing yourself on that last rep where you fail, right? But me personally, I just love training to failure, right? And honestly, the fatigue hasn't caught up to me yet. The fatigue has not been showing yet, right? And obviously, you're always going to have a bad lift every now and then. And that does not mean that your fatigue accumulated up until that moment. Unless it starts happening for like multiple sessions at a single time, right? And that's when you need to start, probably changing up your program, or maybe training with less intensity because of how your program is structured. But me personally, I train 6 days a week. I space my days out perfectly in order for me to recover, right? And I've had absolutely no problem with progressing. I've literally just been doing literally nothing but progressing. Like, I progressed in weight. I've seen muscle differences. Like, I know y'all seen in my I'm not sure which video it was. I think it was a couple videos ago. But y'all can see the thumbnail, and it's literally my tries. It's my triceps. You seen how different my triceps look? Those pictures were taken like 2 or 3 months apart. Like, that's crazy. That's insane progress, if you ask me. So that is just proof to show what you can do in that time span if you stick to something, right? And plus, I've only been training seriously for a month and a half. Like, I haven't even reached a 2-month mark yet. It's only been a month and a half. I started training seriously on like December 10th, December something, right? Yeah, I just know it was early December, but it wasn't a single digit, right? That's when I started taking my training seriously, and I was like, okay, I gotta step something up, right? I gotta step something up because I'm not progressing. I'm not seeing no differences. So I started training hard. I started sticking to my program. I started sticking to my split, and I thought to myself, you know what? To hold myself even more accountable and stay consistent forever this time, I'm gonna start posting YouTube videos. I'm gonna start have people look at my videos, and once I gain enough traction, people are gonna want to actually look up to my videos and gonna get inspired by my videos. So and I love inspiring people. I love motivating people, like absolutely. I'm a very big advocate of that. I love motivating and inspiring people, especially if it's something I do and something I'm good at, right? I wouldn't say, it's kind of like that's something I don't like about the lifting community, is that we're so focused on like how much weight you push, how much weight you pull, but in general, bro, like it doesn't matter if you're a rookie, a beginner, intermediate, high level. If you're progressing, you're seeing muscle growth, and you're happy with the way you train, bro, like you are 100% good, bro. Like 100%. But some of the community, they're just gonna hate sometimes. They're gonna be like, oh bro, you're not pushing heavy weight, right? You're not pushing heavy weight. This not heavy. Like how can you not like PR this weight, and then they show the weight they're doing? No, like that's, in my opinion, what are you doing, dude? Like you're just demotivating the other person and trying to make them down about themselves because they can't lift as much weight as you do. And me personally, I'm not that type of person, right? I might not lift the heaviest weights. I might not be the biggest individual. But one thing I do know is that if you keep progressing, you stay consistent with what you do, and you're passionate, bro, in no time you're gonna catch up. In no time, absolutely. And I know that for a fact, right? And I've only been training for a month and a half. So this is just the start of the journey. Like this is the beginning, and it's gonna be the beginning for years and years and years, right? This is literally the beginning, like the beginning. This is where it all started. Like y'all are seeing me in my early phases, my early stages, very, very early stages. Y'all are seeing me with, twig arms. Y'all are seeing me with, a decent amount of strength. Not decent, but like I would say on a scale of 1 to 10, my strength is probably like a 3 out of 10, right? I'm not completely new. I'm not like curling 20 pounds or, dipping 20 pounds or dipping body weight or pulling up body weight, right? I'm actually doing weighted pull-ups, weighted dips, and I progressed to that, right? But I was at that stage, bro. Like if you're a weaker individual than me, then I just want to say you're not cooked, right? You're not cooked. You are completely fine. You are literally completely fine. Stick to a program, train hard, recover hard, and you will see results no matter what. Because I was in your shoes, and I'm talking to people that like are weaker than me currently, right? Which I doubt a lot of people are. But if they are, one thing I want to say is just like 3 months ago, I was curling 10 pounds. 3 months ago, I was curling 10 to 15 pounds. I was cable curling like 30 pounds. I couldn't even do body weight dips for like 3 reps. I couldn't do a single pull-up, right? I couldn't. I literally couldn't. And it was destroying me because I was so weak that I just didn't want to stay consistent. I didn't want to stick to it. I was just getting demotivated a day on and day in. I remember literally my first couple of days I ever went in the gym. First couple of days, I was pec flying 40 pounds. I was pec flying 40 pounds for like 10 reps. 40 pounds. and now I can pec fly like 130. I can pec fly like 130 for reps. And that's in a 3-month time span. Obviously, people are going to call that newbie gains, which honestly I don't completely disagree with, right? It is pretty much newbie gains right now because, you know, I'm new to lifting. But I have a feeling that even like a year from now or 2 years from now, I'm going to be progressing at the rate that I am now. Maybe not as much because, you know, when the weight gets heavier, your progress will start to slow more, obviously, because it's only so much your body can handle. But anyway, this was a very long video, and I'm going to catch on tomorrow's leg day. We might go to the gym. We might not. I don't know. But we going to see. Anyway, I'm going to catch y'all, boys. It was a pretty good video. I'm not going to lie.